Means it's been barreled twice.
Dos barrels.
Put it in a barrel and then a bigger barrel.
Double barrel shotgun.
Double barrel shotgun in a bottle to go in a glass to go in your belly.
Released.
For fun.
Jack.
Welcome back. This is Still Whiskey. My name's Rich.
I'm Vince.
I'm Devin.
And today we've got Jack Daniels Twice Barrel Special Release coming in hot. Rye whiskey. So like,
oh jeez.
Did you just break one?
Wow.
It was close.
Just break a little
It was close.
So like Rich said, this is the Jack Daniels Special Release, twice barreled Tennessee Rye Whiskey, Heritage Barrel Rye. That's a lot of words.
It's a lot.
Twice.
They're famous for that.
Say again.
They're
Jack
lengthy.
Daniels Twice Barreled
Special Release Tennessee Rye Whiskey, Heritage Barrel Rye. But it's coming in at 700 milliliters. They're pulling out 50 milliliters from us.
Listen, we're being robbed
And they're charging
in
the same
broad
amount.
daylight.
So back in 2020, there was a special release that they did of a rye. I've heard this is not that.
I've also heard that the reason that it's 700, not 750, is because of
This guy?
this
The
guy.
Canadian?
Okay, that's not true.
That's the rumor on the street. Is it's the Europeans.
Yes, but not me specifically.
Well,
Why
it's
is
your
this so
because
hard
Canada's
to
not
open?
Europe.
It's your people.
Okay, Canada. Okay. So,
Anyways, so-
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
I've been wanting one of these for a while.
Yeah, they finally dropped them in Utah.
This is 2023 special release. I really like Jack Daniels single
release.
barrel proof.
Yes.
Rye.
Specifically, their rye is
Yep.
off the chain. I reach
Wonderful.
even for their Tennessee whiskey. I drink it a lot.
Yep.
Agreed.
Single barrel.
Yep.
So I've been excited for this.
Yep.
How's it compare? This one's coming in at 100 proof though. So compared to the
lot.
barrel proof, which is what, 134-ish, I think the one I have.
Varies. Yeah.
128
Right.
to 136 or something.
Yeah.
Also, very cool bottles, very cool. But I do think that they are, by reducing to 50 mils every single time and charging you to see them, it's a little bit cheeky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cheeky.
It definitely reminds me of a barrel proof rye on the
Definitely,
nose.
it's definitely got a little bit of rye coming through.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, so 2020 they had their special release of the rye that apparently was like, I think that was the precursor to the barrel proof rye. Are you looking for your barrel proof rye? It's over there. I think it was a precursor to what they're doing here. I don't think this is gonna be exactly like that, but if you have a hard time finding this one or getting your hands on this, the barrel proof ryes that they put out,
Gold label.
worth it. Go find those.
This
If you can get above 130 proof or higher, even better.
This
is one of my favorites.
Absolutely fantastic. This bottle here, as you can tell, I like it a lot. But even the gold label Tennessee whiskey, or otherwise known as bourbon, just said that out loud,
Wow.
is very, very good. And frankly, I drink that a lot. I drink the Jack Daniels gold labels a lot.
What are you guys getting on the nose?
So
the second barrel is a uniquely crafted heavy toast, low char heritage barrels. If you want to know.
All right, what do you got?
I did want to know that.
What do you got?
On the nose.
So the rye spice comes through.
Yeah,
right off
definitely
out
got
of
the
gate.
rye. Yep.
Not a lot of ethanol.
Yeah. Not a lot of like toastiness that I would expect, but if they're low char, I could see that.
A little peanutty, little brown sugary.
Yeah, the brown sugar comes through. I like it. I like it on the nose for sure.
Yeah, me too.
It's not as punchy as the other one.
Yeah. All right.
It's still more ethanol-y than I would expect from a 100 proof.
Wow, it's drying. Very drying mouthfeel.
Wow. If you don't like high proof, this is a great way to experience the
Higher proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Wow. So the first barrel entry, so the first time it went into the barrel, was 2015. And the second barrel entry was 2020. And then
Bottled when?
bottled in 23.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So total of, what was it, 8 years?
It's
But interesting that like it went that long in the second barrel, 3 years. That's usually you only see that
that would
like
that would
a
explain
year.
the color.
Yeah,
It's
usually you only see an extra year.
It's
Yeah.
pretty dark.
I could be alone here, but I don't think I am. I think that if you take the barrel proof rye and you just dilute it, this is what you get.
No, I don't think that's true. And part of the reason why is off of this, I'm getting a lot more dry mouth.
That
feel.
how
Okay,
long how
that's
long
fair.
it, how long it sat in that other barrel is like definitely impacting
Right,
this.
right. And I'm not saying that to say it's bad.
No.
I'm not saying that at all.
It's
I'm
different.
Still, I'm still kinda,
It's a unique experience.
Yep. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. So they have all their twice barreled, right? And so this one's on a charred one, where like the previous episode, if you haven't seen it, we reviewed the twice barreled and the Oloroso?
Yeah, the American malt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one was
Rough.
obviously in sherry casks, things like that.
Yep.
And so I think it's unique. It's different. Like especially for how long it's staying in that second barrel.
Oh, sure.
Like that's
Look at the color of it.
Yeah, that's
Right.
not you typically like Woodford double oaked, right? That one's sitting in that second barrel for at most 18 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what notes are you getting? Because again, for me, the dry oak comes through pretty hard on the palate, but
Yeah.
on the nose, I'm getting more of the like a breadiness on the nose, which again, rye spice.
Yeah, the mouth is, for me, like the taste is definitely like a spiced, I don't know, like a dried fruit of some sort. Like, because you get that rice,
Like a
that's
fig type deal, or
fig or like a raisin. Like you definitely get that spiciness from the rye, but then there's like a little fruity on the back end.
Reminds me of warm honey.
do you know what? Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't have a lot to say about it. But it's just like a warm honey. Like sometimes if you have like a charcuterie board and there's like
Yeah,
some like warm honey and you kind of it's thin.
Yep.
Like
Yep. So do you know what just triggered for me when you said raisin? Is in the UK we used to eat mince pies at Christmas.
and 700
What?
milliliter bottles.
Okay. Okay. Mince pies, which is like steeped raisins inside a little buttery crust. This reminds me of that.
Okay.
But more drying.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel.
The spiciness, like I don't know if it's a rye or like more like a cinnamony like bit on it.
The brown sugar is there at the front end, but then it kind of just disappears. Just disappears.
It's very, yeah.
I wouldn't say short finish if that's what you're going.
I don't think short finish is just to.
It's not as complex.
It's not as complex.
Yes,
There's not
sure.
a lot. There's not as much.
Sure.
Yeah.
And again, you don't get that warm.
It's a 100 proof rye that's had a unique barreling experience.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that's,
Yep.
and so, you know, we'll get into the grades and everything later, but I'm happy with the MSRP it's at.
It's very
I
cool.
don't know some of the, so secondary right on it right now is about 200.
No, it is not.
Yeah. Maybe like 180.
Nope. Not for me.
So,
All right, let's go ahead and grade it.
I think it's very good though. I will say that.
yeah, no, it's a unique experience on a rye and something that's not, I'm glad it's not like just a lower proof of the barrel proof rye. I'm glad it's not that.
Right, that there's a little bit different. I
To
will
me,
say
that's
that
what-
to your point, there's less going on. There's less going on in this bottle.
Yeah.
But then I think what is going on is slightly different. Slightly different.
All right. What's your experience rating?
Devin?
Yeah, I'd say C.
A C.
C fits good. Maybe up to C plus.
All right, all
Like
right, all right.
it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm a C as well.
Because it's different, I'm gonna go B minus. And yeah, because
C plus, B minus. Yeah.
yeah, C plus B minus, because I think it's better than just fine because it's different. But it's like we've had different that's different bad. I think this actually is different good.
Yep.
I will caveat that with I like the kind of higher proof, higher end JackDaniels products.
Yeah.
I think they've been doing a really good
Yep.
job aging and whatnot. What about value at $80 MSRP? What do you got?
Yeah.
Bready notes really good.
I'd say for me it's a C, you know, because it's a limited release. I wouldn't like one,
Yeah.
you're really not gonna be able to go back and get another one. Like at least in Utah, we can't.
Right.
But being a limited release, get it once and I'm happy with that.
Right.
I'll look at their next limited releases. But this one I will say, and this isn't in the value or really experience, I was expecting a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
How much is this barrel proof? Do you remember?
The barrel proof rye? Like
65.
65, 70, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
hurts the grade on this.
No, for sure.
Value.
Yeah, like in that one, like
Shoot.
that one is going to be obviously you could have 120s up to 130s, right? Like that, the varying
Sure,
of
sure,
that.
But that one's gonna be
I
an
get-
A or
I
an
get
S as
that.
far as value.
Value. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this one a C for value.
I was gonna give it a B, but I think I'm gonna C now
Yeah.
as well. When I, because again, if you haven't seen it, go check out our review of the Jack Daniels
Yep.
single barrel proof rye. It is off the chain and worth your time. Go check it out.
Yep.
Yep.
But
It's a fun
because
episode,
it's
too.
so good,
Yep.
because it's so good,
Yep.
I think that I have to give this one a kind of worship grade, to be honest.
Yep.
Either way, it's still whiskey. It's a cool bottle. It's a great pour.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah,
So-
the limited
I'm
releases.
definitely
that come
glad you
out
got
with-
it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say the limited releases, they're meant to be experiences, and I think it's
Yes.
worth
It's
like
worth the
you know
experience.
if you can get it at MSRP, maybe a little bit above, you know, it's worth going for.
Yep.
Yep.
Having had it now, I don't know if I could go up to the secondary price.
No.
But
But then again, here's another thing I'll say, and again, you can check out this episode. The American single malt,
yeah.
I wouldn't rate as high as this.
Oh,
I
for
know-
sure,
I-
no. Yeah.
You know, just my 2 cents is I wouldn't go as high on that as I did
Yep.
on this.
Yep.
Yeah. So
But it's good.
it's still whiskey.
It is.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you've had this, how do you think this compares to the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof? We've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I might even have another pour.
All right. We love
ya.
you.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.